Bonjour, bonjour, everyone. I'm Seb 3.0, and today I want to tell you about Nebular Summit. This is a conference that we're organizing in Paris on July 22nd. It's the day after ECC, and this project, this started as just a small side event, which was meant to happen during the ECC week, but it turned into a full-fledged conference. We've sold over 250 tickets. There's going to be about 300 people there if you count all the speakers and the sponsors and everyone. So super excited about this, and a lot of people are pumped about this event. I was in Berlin just a couple days ago for the Composable Finance Unchained event, and like so many people were talking about it, not even knowing that I was organizing. So that felt really good. But yeah, let's dive into it. Let me show you the website and give you a bit of a sense of what you can expect here at Nebular Summit. So like I said, this is happening on July 22nd on the Friday after HCC. It's all day long. So registration opens at 9 and the conference starts at 10, and it'll go till about 6:30, and then we're going to have a cocktail. And I'll tell you a bit more about the venue in a couple minutes because the venue is also really cool. So this is a conference for Interchain builders primarily. The talks are going to be quite technical, but we're going to have two stages. So we're going to have the main stage where it's going to be more like high level ecosystem talks, looking at like long-term trends and like where the ecosystem is going and things like that. So like sort of more high-level stuff. And then we'll have the technical stage where it's going to be much more technical and much more focused on builders. And then we'll also have workshops, and I'll tell you a little bit more about those in a second. So I'm not going to go through all of the speakers here, but go to nebula.paris and have a look at the speaker list for yourself. It is just phenomenal. So we've got folks from all around the Interchain and Cosmos community, lots of builders, and also beyond. So we have folks from more of the Ethereum side, people working on things more on the Arweave side of things. So yeah, this is going to be really fantastic. Just I think it's 45 speakers here, something like that. Guys like Sunny Agrawal. We've got my boy Reda from Club, Julien Boutlu. We're going to have Susanna Evans of Interchain. She's going to be talking about IBC. We've got folks from Cosmoverse. They've been really helpful and making introductions and really supportive and promoting the conference as well. We got people from Chorus One, Fede from Evmos, lots of French cosmonauts as well. People building in the French Cosmos ecosystem, like Reda, of course, and Saadian Egg of Loom. And Laszlo of Kilner, Validator here in France. So yeah, I mean, I think the speaker list speaks for itself, and you can tell just the quality of speakers we have here, how great the conversations are going to be. So looking at the agenda here for a second. So like I said, registration starts at 9, and then we'll have some quick welcoming remarks, and then a keynote presentation by Fede of Evmos, looking at how Evmos is the next frontier in EVMs. Then we'll have a panel about interchain bridging, which is going to be really interesting. Then Sunny will give a talk about exploring, the exciting and fascinating world of interchain DeFi, which is a topic that I'm really excited about and looking forward to hearing. Then Reda will give a talk about how brands can leverage DeFi to build customer engagement. Then we'll talk about the Terra meltdown and what it means to the Cosmos ecosystem and why it hurt us so much and like how we can rebuild from there. And then on the topic of stablecoins, Zach Imanian, who's working on the Agoric stablecoin IST, will be giving a talk about the mechanics of the Inter protocol. Then after lunch, we'll have a talk with Adrian Brink talking about the new generation of L1 architectures and specifically Anoma. Then we got Vasily of P2P Validator, and of course they're the team that are behind Neutron. This is the project that's going to be funded by Proposal 72, or at least it was voted in Proposal 72 to have some of the community pool funds fund this project. And so Neutron is a smart contract chain that's going to be powered and secured by Interchain Security. And actually, we just did a podcast with them, which you can check out here in the channel. Then we'll talk about DeFi and the multi-chain world and what the future of DeFi looks like in a multi-chain world. Then my boy Gregory will be giving a talk about regenerative finance. Really looking forward to that. And then later in the afternoon, after the break on the main stage, we'll have Evan Forbes talking about ABCI++ and what are some of the crazy things we can do with that. Then Sarah Diane of Loom Network will be talking about the most undervalued commodity on the internet, which is user-generated content, and how Loom Network is making it possible for people who generate user-generated content to make some money from that. Cool French project. Then we'll talk about smart contracts in the interchain with three panelists here that are very well versed on that topic. Then what are some best practices for DevOps, building in an interchain world and a cross-chain world? And then we'll end that stage with a panel that I'll be moderating on the future of the interchain. What can we expect in the next 4 to 5 years as the interchain continues to grow? So that's just the main stage. Oh, and then we'll have a cocktail, of course. That's just the main stage. Then we got the builder stage. So builder stage, we'll be streaming Fede's talk also on the builder stage, so everybody can watch that. Then we'll have a talk about interoperability, IBC. We're talking about IBC and what we can use IBC to do. Then Jakub, this would be interesting too. We had him on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, and they're using Arweave to build a sort of a modular blockchain where the execution layer commits to Arweave. Very interesting. Then we have Ismail Chef of the Heliax and the Noma team. He's going to be giving a talk about Tendermint 2.0 and sort of the next generation of Paxos consensus. Very technical, but very, very cool as well. Then, of course, we couldn't have a crypto conference without talking about regulation. And I've got a really rock star team of experts on the regulatory topic who are going to be discussing what's coming and whether or not we're going to be hit by crippling regulation. Then we have ZeroX Brainjar, who'll be talking about parachains using CosmWasm. And so this is the melding of Polkadot and Cosmos. Then we'll be talking about GNO, which is this new smart contract language that's been sort of spearheaded by Jay Kwan, and Manfred will be giving a talk about that. Then we have Steph from Interchain GmbH. She'll be talking about the Interchain Builders Program and how that program is helping accelerate and fund projects in the ecosystem. Then we have this this panel here. It just rocks my socks off. This is the privacy preserving, building usable privacy preserving systems, moderated by my good friend Richard Catano, and this will be really cool as well. Then we have another talk about privacy with Henrietta Van Als of Penumbra. And then ending off the day here, we'll have Parks over from Figment. She's talking about how we can manage commons infrastructure in the interchain. Then a talk by Andrea from Juno and Stakefish about better governance. And of course, then we'll have a panel about governance and whether or not governance and power in proof-of-stake blockchains is properly managed and balanced. And finally, a talk from Thomas from over at Interchain about cross-chain messaging with Interchain accounts, and then the final panel of the day, which will be broadcast on both stages. So this lineup here and these talks are just going to be absolutely phenomenal, and I hope you're as excited about all this as I am. And then we got 2 workshops so far. We have 2 workshop rooms, so. There will be a Validator Commons workshop. This is a series of workshops that have been hosted and sort of led by Daniel from Stakefish. He's had these workshops before. I believe the last one was in Lisbon. And this is a workshop that's dedicated for validators, and it's meant to sort of establish new best practices and standards around how validators sort of govern. Establish best practices around governance in proof-of-stake blockchain. So I've spoke with people who attended this workshop before at other conferences and have heard only good things. And I have no doubt that it's going to be just amazing here at Nebular as well. So that's happening all day. And then we have Celestia, who will be giving a workshop about modular blockchains and how modular blockchains work, how they're different from the existing stack out there, and how you can build a smart contract rollup on a modular network. And I'm sure they'll be talking about Celestia, and that's led by Nader Dabbit, who I'm sure I'm sure you've seen his YouTube videos and seen him on Twitter. So that'd be really exciting, and looking forward to this workshop as well. So that's it. There you have it. That's Nebular Summit. That's happening. That's all happening in one day. We're going to pack all this in one day. I don't know how we're going to do it, but it's going to be great. And of course, I want to thank our sponsors. This couldn't happen. This couldn't have happened without our sponsors. So our galactic level sponsor is Evmos. Thanks to the community pool for sponsoring this event. I think that Evmos being present here at this conference during EthCC, during an Ethereum event, is going to provide so much visibility to the Interchain, within the broader Ethereum ecosystem. So it's great that they were able to participate. Then, of course, thanks so much to the folks at Anoma and Neutron for their supernova level support. And then we have Agoric and Club, who are stellar sponsors. Celestia is sponsoring the workshop, and Chainflow, Citadel One, and Stakefish are sponsoring the Validator Commons workshop. So thanks to all our sponsors for their amazing support. I'm just so excited to have such quality sponsors and quality partners for this inaugural Nebular Summit. And so can you tell how excited I am? I hope it shows. So currently tickets are sold out. So if you couldn't get a ticket, I'm really sorry. I know lots of people have been texting me and asking me for tickets, and the thing is, we didn't think this would be so huge, and we didn't think there would be such an interest. I mean, we knew that there would be interest, but not this much. And so we only have limited space here. It's not a huge venue. It's a cool venue, but it's not huge. So unfortunately, right now we're sold out. But what I ask you to do is, if you want, please sign up for the wait list. We might be able to figure something out and get more of you in there. So if you go to the website, nebular.paris, and you click on register, you can join the wait list here, and we'll do our very best to try to get as many people in as possible by next week. If you can't get in, well, if you join the wait list, at least I'll have your email address, and next year you'll be the first to know about early bird tickets. So you'll be the first to get in. I really want to make sure that next year we can get everybody in. And so we'll probably have a bigger venue next year. And if for some reason we can't get you in this year, well, all of the talks will be live streamed. So over at the Nebular Summit YouTube channel, which will be on the website, and I'll put the link here in the description, all the talks will be live streamed here. So at least you'll get to enjoy the content. You should also follow Nebular Summit on Twitter. It's Nebular Paris is the Twitter handle. You'll find that over on Twitter. I don't know what happened here. I had created Nebular Summit, but somehow that account got suspended and I couldn't get it resolved. So had to get Nebular Paris, which is also good. Also works. So follow that on Twitter to get updates about when talks are happening throughout the day. We'll be tweeting the live stream and letting you know how talks are rolling out. I want to talk about the venue real quick because it is really cool venue. So it's called La Caserne. Caserne means fire station in French, and it's Paris's oldest fire station. It was built in the 1860s or something like that, and it was left for abandoned for many decades, or maybe like 10 or 15 years or something like that. And then recently, in the last 10 years or so, it was renovated, and it is now a fashion incubator. So like a sort of sustainable, ecologically friendly fashion incubator. And so they've got a couple of rooms there. And so we'll have the main room sort of on the bottom floor next to the courtyard. We'll have the builder room upstairs, and then they have this amazing rooftop where we'll have the cocktail, and there's be like a networking area and a couple more rooms for the workshop. So yeah, it's a cool venue. I really love it. I mean, when I walked in, I thought this is the place where it's going to happen. It's just a bit small, and so unfortunately, that's the only real issue with this venue is that we couldn't put 600 of you in there, which I think if we had a bigger venue, we could have probably sold 600 tickets. So that's it for Nebular Summit. A lot of people have been commenting about the design and sort of giving us their praise and for the design. A lot of people love the design. So, big shout out to Preet Singh, Design Preet, who, worked at, also does work with a lot of other teams in the Cosmos space. And he's done all the branding and all the website and everything. So if you're ever looking for someone to, do some branding for you, this guy's your guy. And also, thanks to Ibrahim Abubakar for helping me organize this conference. Ibrahim is an event organizer that works in the Web3 space here in France, and couldn't have done it without him. So there you go. That's Nebular Summit in a nutshell. I don't know what else to say here, but yeah. Thanks to everybody who bought tickets, and I really look forward to seeing you all in Paris in just over a week now. I'm going to get back to work because there's all kinds of stuff and loose ends that we need to finish before the conference. All right. See you next time.